Hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Olga and today we are going to have a lesson. The topic of our lesson will be career, work and all the words and all the word combinations which applies to work and your career. The first, it will be divided into three parts. The first part will be listening, the second vocabulary study and the third one some grammar material. So let's start with listening, and I want to ask you what the first word comes into your mind when you are speaking about applying for a job, when you are looking for a job. The first word is interview. You're going to listen the interview and then answer some questions. We are going to listen 2 times as it will be in your final exams or so-called ZNO. Okay, let's start.
Listen to the interview. Hello, Miss Stevenson. Please sit down. Now you are here for the job as head chef.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I have your application form here. I see that you train at the London College for Chefs.
Yes, that's right. And I studied for a degree in food science.
Okay. And you graduated when you were 23.
I was 22. I started training at 23.
Oh, yes, I see. It says here you started work as a trainee chef in Manchester, but you only stayed 6 months. How long was your contract?
It was for a year, actually.
So why did you break your contract?
I had to resign because I broke my arm, and it took a long time to recover. That's why I had to go.
How did you break your arm, if you don't mind me asking?
No, not at all. I broke it on a fishing trip. I slipped on the boat.
Oh dear, so do you enjoy fishing?
I go quite often, but really I only do it to catch fresh fish, because I enjoy cooking it. It's one of my favorite foods. That's why I particularly want to work in this restaurant.
Of course, of course. So what skills do you think you have for this job?
Well, I'm sure I have all the necessary skills required to run a kitchen in a fine restaurant such as yours. But I suppose if I had to choose something I am particularly talented in, it has to be organizing people. I've been told I am very good at giving clear instructions as to who should do what and how. I would say my other special skill is my ability to create new and exciting dishes to please my customers.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I'll call you later.
Shall we listen once more? Okay. Oh no. Is it enough for you to listen for one time? Yes? Okay, let's start our test and we will understand what you have heard. So, you have 5 questions and you have to answer, or to choose the right answer. First, Mrs. Stevenson applied for a job of, you see, a manager, a junior chef, a cook or head chef? Head chef, nice of you. The second question is, Miss Stevenson trained at the London University, the London College for Chefs, the London College for Food Science, or the Manchester College for Chefs? How do you think? The London College for Chefs. It's the right answer. Okay, the third question is, Miss Stevenson's first job was as a head chef in London, as a trainee chef in London, as a trainee chef in Manchester, and as a junior chef in Manchester. A trainee chef in Manchester. Nice of you. The fourth question is, Miss Stevenson broke her former contract, because she didn't like her work at all. She broke her arm, she had another interest in life, and she failed cooking fish. How do you think? Which one? She broke her arm. Nice of you. And the fifth question is, what were her special skills for this job as a head chef? She was talented in organizing people and creating new and exciting dishes. She was talented in giving her instructions, clean instructions. She was talented in pleasing her customers. Or she was talented in fishing. In fishing. How do you think?
She was talented in organizing people and creating new and exciting dishes.
Dishes. Nice of you. We have done our first task, listening. Let's start our vocabulary training, our vocabulary study, and today, in today's lesson, you will learn about 24 new words which concern your career, your professional work, or somebody else's professional life, professional work. So, I divided all these words into two sections. On this side, we are going to learn the words which concerns employee, somebody who is looking for a job, who is searching the job. And this side, we are going to learn what the employer does, what the company does to his workers, to its workers. So let's start with these three new ones. Are they new for you? Look for a job, apply and submit. So, first of all, when you are looking for a job, what does it mean look for a job? It's to search a new job, an employment or a work. You are looking for a job. When you are looking for a job, you would probably then apply and you will fill in an application form. Perhaps you will send it in a letter or you will fill it in written form. And also you will submit, it means give in, it means send in some resume or CV, so-called. It's the same meaning of these two words, and two words are both used. They means curriculum vitae or resume. Do you know the translation for these words? Resume. It's not familiar for you, this word? Resume. Resume. It's the, you will submit this resume. So let's jump to this side and see what the employer do with the applicants. Applicants are the persons who are looking for a job, who wants to get this position, to get this job. So, first of all, the employer or the company is going to interview applicants. Yes, to interview, it means to ask you questions and you are going to answer about what? About your education, about your qualification, about your hobbies, what else? Professional skills, and so on. After the employer interviewed the applicants, he has to shortlist. What does it mean to do a shortlist? There is 20 members, applicants for this job. He will short them to 5 and then short only for 1. And make a list, it means to short list from 20 to especially 1 person. After he had shortlisted all the applicants to 1, he will hire or recruit new worker. It's new worker. When you are hired, you get job. Yes? Then, when you are at an office, at a new office, when you get a new work, you can be trained especially for this job, for this work, and you can be retrained. Re means once again trained. It's not necessary, but it can be. And the last one, place. You can be placed into department, into some region, some branch of this company. Then you can see 3 words: transfer, promote, and demote, which concerns your post, the post you are hired or recruited. So, transfer means you not changing the level of your post, you just moved into another branch, into another department with the same salary, with the same conditions of work, and so on. The arrow is going like this. To promote, it means when you do something very well and you have the arrow goes up, it means you get a higher post at some company. And then the last one, demote, the arrow goes where? Down. So your position can be down. It means something wrong with your work. The company is not satisfied with your work. You can be late or you are not a good worker, so you can be demoted. So, and next are 3 words which show us the way that company force you to leave work. To leave work, to stop working. You can be laid off and made redundant. It means they force you to leave work, especially it doesn't concern only one person. It concerns many persons, thousands, hundreds. When something wrong with economy, when economy is bad, when sales are going down, the company has to lay off its workers. So retrench means also that company force you to leave your work, but it's due to reorganization or restructuring the company. But the last one has the quite different meaning, because to dismiss, terminate, and fired as a slang, what does it mean? Звільнити. It's maybe your fault that you were dismissed or fired. Something was wrong with your job. And let's go to this section. You will see resign, resignation, quit, and retire. Resign, resignation, what does it mean? It's when you find a new job, you find something more interesting with large salary, or the conditions will be better at your now post, so you resign or quit. It's your wish, not the wish of the company. And retire, who knows this word, retire? It's also forcing to leave you as a force to leave your work, but because of the age. When you get 65 or 70, when you are 65 or 70 years old, you have to retire, to stop your work. So, there are too many words for you, but we will try to use them at your test. Okay? So, look at your test and you have to choose correct answer. The first question, John was offered a higher level position in the company last week. In other words, John was shortlisted, demoted, or promoted. The higher position, look at the blackboard. The higher position, up. So we use the word promote. Okay. John was promoted. The right answer. Second answer, second question. Over 500 employees were by the company last year due to the poor economic situation in the country. Look at the desk. We were talking about poor economic situation using this word. So the right answer will be laid off. So over 500 employees were laid off by the company due to poor economic situation. So the sentence number 3, I was trained, retrenched, interviewed, or eaten by the HR manager, human resources manager. I was really nervous at first, but she made me feel quite comfortable. 2 weeks later, I got a job offer. What do you think? What is the right answer? Interviewed. I was interviewed. The first things which begin your career. So, the next one. Did you hear that Maria Gonzalez last week resigned retired or applied. Can you believe she had worked here for 30 years? She and her husband are going to take it easy now after all the time when they worked so hard. Good for them. How do you think? Which retired, because we see that she had worked here for 30 years. Next sentence, make sure you don't forget to send in your resume. They ask you that in the job posting. They ask you to submit, nice of you, in the job posting. Next sentence. Yes, sir, I'm being interviewed, planning retirement or seeking employment, and wanted to know if you had any position available in your marketing division right now. So, I am seeking employment. I am looking for a job. I am looking for a job. The next one, I heard that Joseph was hired, was fired, or was promoted because he stole from the company. Can you believe it? Such a quiet man too. How do you think?
Was fired.
Was fired. Why? Because he did something wrong. Here. And the last one, not last one, but the next. My boss asked if I would be interested to our branch in Spain because I speak Spanish. I'm not sure how my wife will react on the offer thought. How do you think? Which one is the right answer? I'm in transferring, because moving into another branch, into another country or department. Okay, and the last one. I haven't received a job offer yet, but I have been made redundant, placed or shortlisted, and called for a second round of interviews. So that's a good sign. How do you think? What was he? Shortlisted, placed or made redundant? Shortlisted. Nice of you. Shortlisted. Do you remember that it comes after interview? Thank you. Let's start our third part of our lesson. Is grammar tasks and past simple. You have already heard today about past simple, and we are going to talk about time markers. That will help you to fulfill your final exams very well, to put good answers, to choose good answers. So we are talking about past, as you have already known. Past is here, here, or there. Now is right here. Future will be some years later, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. But past was when? Yesterday, 2 years ago, last week, last month, and so on. So the first phrase of time markers is yesterday. Put down it, yesterday. And we have a sentence. I ate 2 apples. We can put this time marker yesterday at the beginning of the sentence and at the end of the sentence, yes? But not in the middle. We can say, yesterday I ate 2 apples, or I ate 2 apples yesterday. The same with the other day and ago. For example, 2 years ago, what? I was where? Do you know? I was a school boy. Yes, I was a pupil. Ago, 5 years ago, we were young people. We were young pupils. Okay, just now I ate 2 apples. Then last week, month and year. Last week we didn't what? We didn't pass our credits, or last week we passed our credits. Last month I was happy, for example. Not now, but last month was, because we haven't our examination session, yes, last month. And last year I was a school boy. So you can put at the beginning of the sentence and then use only past simple. And especially in some year, in 1990, I was a young boy. In 2002, I went to London, for example. So these time markers show us that this is past simple or simple past tense. When you see them in your, simply in some test, you will know that you have to use past simple tense. Just let's try to do this with these sentences. Yesterday, I to see a movie. What time will be? What? Past simple. Yesterday, because we have a clue word yesterday, so you choose past simple. I saw a movie. So why saw, not see? Because saw is irregular. See is irregular verb, and in the past it's saw. Just now to do my homework. I did, I done, I have done. I did my homework. Because you see, just now as a clue word, and you put it past simple here. 3. I to be to China before. Clue word is before. Do we have before at our time markers? No. So here we do not use past simple. When you open test and if you choose the sentence and there will be before, you do not need to use past simple. The fourth sentence, I never to speak French. The clue word is never. Is it past simple? No, it isn't, because we haven't at our time markers never. Then, at the moment, I to go to school. I am going to school. Yes, it's not past simple because at the moment. And the last one. 4 years ago, I to move to Lviv. Move to Lviv. Why do you use past simple? Because you see the clue word 4 years ago. So, what are time markers for past simple tense? Name them. Yesterday. At the moment, no.
Just ago.
2 years ago. Last week, last year, and so on. So, thank you for your attention. I hope you will be learning English better and better, and I wish you luck at your final examination. Thank you. Bye.